when the lights are going to be shining on you, you got to perform. So that's another, intangible you look at is, these guys have been training, hopefully, for quite some time to prepare for this. And you want to see what that looks like when they're asked to perform at their best. So, there's a little bit of pressure in that, but there's pressure being a professional football player as well. And that's kind of the introduction into, what it takes to be a pro. So, love the experience.
So pre-combine or pre-pro day, you're just really watching the film on the players and also, gathering as much information you can from their coaches, whether it's their strength coach or their position coach or head coach.
And then for us as evaluators, we're going to study each player's film in depth. We're going to grade it, we're going to rank it. We're going to have an idea of where we feel like they might get drafted come draft day. We're going to form opinions on where we would feel comfortable selecting them on draft day. And then throughout the combine process, a player is going to do one of two things. He's either going to give you that confirmation that he is the player that you believed he was on film, or he's going to have more of an eye-opener type combine in which he's going to make you go back and question your grade.
I don't know. I really liked him going in, and he was probably the most disappointing guy, I thought.
Going into the combine, if you like a player, you're just hoping that he's going to give you that conviction through everything that he's done throughout the weekend that he's worthy of a selection come draft day.
Athletically and physically, I think he fits the mold of a pro. He's going to be a higher pick. I think he only helped himself at the combine. But I got him up there ranked pretty high.
I like him.
When you're interviewing them, it's a short period of time. The players come in and they look really nice, and they get themselves dressed up, and most of the players are kind of coached up on the questions we ask.
As long as they're authentic and they answer truthfully, because we do some digging as well, with their coaches and backgrounds prior to meeting with them. You want to see if they're truthful and just being who they are to see if they fit what we like.
And then you're looking for indicators that he truly has a passion for the game, that he's going to put in that work and that grind to not only have his name called on draft day, but to remain a pro football player for a long period.
So you can look us all in the eye here and say, if we draft you, you're not going to tell us in 2-3 years, hey, I've got my fill of football. Med school is calling, and that's my calling in life.
For us, it's pretty important. Our idea of what a rider looks like and what we're trying to put together here, it goes a long way. Now, in saying that, there's a big locker room. Not everybody's going to be clean slate across the board, but they adapt to the culture that they're in, which is already set up from the veterans here. So, yeah, it's important, but is it the end-all, be-all? Well, you got to leverage that, and everybody's different, but no, we're looking for good people.
Check all the boxes is an overused cliche in the scouting world, especially this time of year, but that's really what you're looking for. Okay, you've been invited to the National Combine, so you're a pretty good football player. That on-field performance box has been checked. And then once you get here, you're also looking for that height, weight, speed, that athletic measurable box to where ideally they're going to be a certain height, they're going to be a certain weight, and they're going to hit certain benchmarks when it comes to the athletic testing portion of things. And then finally that character piece, do you feel like these are the type of men that are going to be a good fit?
It's really about just putting together a complete resume on the player, and the combine, the interview, they're all just pieces of the resume that you'll look at as a whole when you decide where they should be on your draft board.